Hello, hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. I'm going to flip around and show you my face. I'm upside down. That's better. So, I am just going to be sewing. I'm just going to take off my headset. Too much backlash. I'm just going to be sewing up some little towels. Let me show you. I'm working on these little towels, and I figure, you know what? I just want to come on. Hi, Angie. And finally get back into streaming, even if it's just for a couple minutes. Hi, Miss Southern Belle. So I'm just making little hanging hand towels. This is one of the styles I'm doing, and then the other style is like this. And basically I attach a button with the buttonhole and it just folds over. Same with this. And this, I'm going to try. Hi, Marty. This one I am going to try to do so that it will go on one of the rings, like the bathroom rings. I have a ring around here somewhere, like my little embroidery hoop ring, which is kind of the size of awesome. That's so cool, Miss Belle. Aw, heating pad, Angie? That's no fun. So I have these hoops, but they kind of replicate the size of the rings that are on the towels. My sister wanted some that would go around and just kind of bunch together and look a little bit nicer, you know. So kind of like that. It would just kind of bunch. And hopefully that's enough bunching for her, because how this other one works, if it was on the ring, it just makes it really extra long. And it doesn't look as nice. Hi, Kel. Hi, GS. So good to see you. I had some trouble with my stream for a minute. I was logging on and then it said it couldn't stream at the moment. So I'm just going to set this up so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. I know it's been so long since I have streamed. So very long. And I was sewing this up and I just finished watching Kel, and I was sewing this up and I got my kids in bed and read to, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to go on and I'm going to just stream while I sew. So basically I'm just doing like a little, it's stitch 21 on my machine, but it's like a little curly stitch. Hi, Carol. So good to see you. And Carol, thank you so much for those baby clothes for my daughter. Well, for my granddaughter. But it benefits my daughter too. It's all good. Oh, I'm so glad, Kel. So these ones that have the bees on it, so it's got this little like honeycomb effect. These are ones that I'm making for my sister. She had some towels. They were already prepped, like the cut in half prepped, already had the stitching along the top edge, and she brought them to me. And I think she bought them from someone, or they were given to her or something. And she decided that she wanted me to make her some hanging towels. because they have a trying to think of what it's called, like a Christmas party at work, and she wants to use these as one of the gifts for her co-workers. Yeah. Trying to come up with all these words. It's definitely been a long time. But I was telling GS last night that I just needed to get back into streaming and just like do it when I have a chance, even if it's just for a couple minutes, and even just the mundane, stupid stuff that I do. That's what it is, you know. Now, if you guys don't know who GS is an amazing sewist. Oh my goodness. He has so many sewing machines, and they're vintage sewing machines, and they're just absolutely amazing. You should really check out his channel. Now, little Karma, she is just such a sweet little girl. She is doing wonderfully. And then my new grandson, Wyatt, he's going to be 2 weeks old tomorrow. And he is doing good. He's finally he was released from the hospital last week. And so last Wednesday, he was released from the NICU. And thank you, Marty. And then he got to go home, but they made him go home on oxygen. And so he's been on oxygen. She took him to his base. Oh, Stan just adores him. You know how kids are with new babies. It takes a little while for them to get used to him. But he is adjusting well. And I think he actually like booped his nose the other day. It was so cute. I'm actually going to see them tomorrow because I'm going to take my daughter-in-law to her 2-week post-op appointment. Because after you have a baby via C-section, they have you set up for 2 weeks after your surgery to go in for a follow-up. And then she'll go in like 4 weeks after that. Hi, Beth. So good to see you. I watched a little bit of your stream earlier, Beth. Just a little bit. Between running here and there and making dinner and just life. You know how it is. But I finally got my kids in bed. I got their stories read. I got my 11-year-old in bed, started reading a story, and then he's like, said he was hungry and wanted something to eat. And said he wanted a corn dog, but unfortunately all my corn dogs are all gone, so I need to get more. I should have done that yesterday when I was at the grocery store, but I didn't. Maybe because I didn't realize all the corn dogs were gone until yesterday afternoon. And so I need to go get some more. But I like the ones that are pre-packaged. All right, so here's the stitch. It's just like a goofy little swirly stitch thing there. So I'll keep that one like that, but maybe I'll change the stitch to a different one I'll just do the little like wavy line stitch. Oh, I like mini corn dogs. I don't necessarily like the big corn dogs on a stick so much. I'll eat them if that's all there is, but I'm not a fan of them. I hate these pop-ups that come on the computer. Then they block what I can read. Like I like mini corn dogs. They're okay, but my son wasn't too thrilled with them. He complained, of course. And this is just a little bit off kilter here. But if I put a little bit of tension on this, maybe if I speed it up a little bit, and I'm not sitting there for 5 years. Corn dogs and mustard. Or he said cornfield. You know, we had cornbread yesterday. I made spaghetti for dinner yesterday. I was gonna make sloppy joes tonight, but my daughter had different plans and wanted lasagna, so I did lasagna, but I was gonna do sloppy joes. All this thicker or corn dogs? The fabric. I sped it up because I'm like, I had it on the lowest speed, well, the middle speed. And I just don't want you to sit there and watch it go at a snail pace. But yeah, this is a little bit thicker because it is folded over. So it's like got 2 layers of the terry. And then it has, this is folded over, so that's 2 layers. This is folded over, so that's 2 layers. So it's going through like 6 layers, I guess. And the terry is an extra thick. And it's probably shaken the camera all over the place because I've got it going super fast. Hi, Veronica. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I've seen you on my channel before. Welcome. Like, I like to use like all sorts of different stitches just for the heck of it. Oh, you started looming yesterday, Auntie? Oh, that's so awesome. Sorry. My phone was hitting my oh, so you're just a new YouTube stream person. You just started. Well, you have 10 videos. one from 12 years ago. They're all like 11 and 12 years ago. Veronica. We gotta get you streaming. Now I gotta switch this back over to live chat. I'm not a huge fan of corn dogs, but mini corn dogs I'm okay with. But maybe my son didn't like them so much because I cooked them with the air fryer. Maybe if I just cooked them with a regular microwave, that might have been better, or in the oven, but I cooked them with the air fryer. So recently I had to replace my microwave. Well, okay. I didn't have to get a new microwave, okay? So I took my microwave into Best Buy because it was acting up and it was taking twice the amount of time to heat something. And, you know, I was kind of getting tired of having to heat it for 2 minutes instead of 1 minute if that's what it called for, you know? And I didn't want food to be cold in the middle if I cooked it for the time that it was originally called for. Well, I should really find my, oh, there's my other scissors. That will be much better. As I get stuck on everything. Sorry. I like these scissors better than these big ones. These big ones are kind of bulky. They're good for some things, but I like these small ones a lot better. Okay, so I have this one all sewn up just with that little swirly stitch. If you can see that there. Yeah, it's a little blurry, but it's not bad. And then this one, since it is pretty much exactly the same as that other one, I'll do this one also with that swirly stitch, just so they kind of match. Not that they have to match, but I like things like that. Now I know I was saying something, and I don't think I finished saying what I was saying, but I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, about the microwave. Go figure. So I took it back to Best Buy. Could I buy that, like their warranty plan thing, their protection, their Geek Squad protection? Well, I was thinking they would do what they normally do with that kind of stuff, like appliances and, you know, like what they've done with vacuum cleaners and cameras and different stuff, is I take it back and they give me my money back minus the cost of the warranty. Well, with this microwave, and there it said that it could be fixed, that it had to go to the repair center. Hi, Butterfly. Welcome. A Butterfly is also one that I met in GS's channel. How do I make buttonholes? I will show you, Marty. As soon as I get done stitching this one up, I will get my buttonhole foot and I will show you. So I took the microwave back, and they said that it had to be sent in to be repaired, that they just weren't going to, you know, replace it type thing. And so I decided that I couldn't wait. Well, my household, we can't go without a microwave for 3 weeks straight. I'm sorry. My household, now if it was just me here, that would be one thing. But I have little kids, and a lot of things that they eat have to do with the microwave, because that's just the way it is. And so I went over to the microwave section at Best Buy and was looking around. And of course I found they had the same microwave that I just taken back. But I'm like, no, I don't want to do another one of those. And I thought about other microwaves too. But I was like, well, see, when I got my microwave, it was like $100. Well, you can't really get a microwave for $100 anymore. Not as nice as the one I had. And so I decided that I would upgrade it, because on this shelf, they had the microwave that was like a 4-in-1 microwave type thing. So it does the convection oven type thing, which I have. Hi, Joy. Welcome, welcome. So glad of you to join us. I'll be on a little while longer. I don't know how much longer, but it's good to be streaming again. And so I was looking, and they had the microwave that did an air fryer and did the convection and did a broil option, just also the regular microwave option. And it was like $200, so $199. I figured that's not so bad, because I was also going to get a new printer, and I did get my new printer at the same time. That's one of the reasons why I took the microwave in when I went in, is because I'm like, if I'm going in, I might as well take the microwave in, and then I'll get my new printer at the same time. So I did that. I got an Epson printer, and I have a pesky fly buzzing around my room. All right. So this is my buttonhole foot. It's a standard with most Brother machines and lots of other machines. So I disconnect this, and when I do the buttonholes, I usually do the largest option that it has, because I like to use big buttons. So I open it up all the way. So it's got the biggest setting. And then I hook it up in my machine. A little foot attachment there. Okay. And I can actually get you down so you can see that a little bit better. How's that? That work, everybody? All right. And then it has this little lever right here. And we just pull that down. And see, right here, it's got this little stopper here. So when it goes, like, it'll sew and it will stop here, and it presses this. And then as it goes back, it gets to that point and presses back to reset it. So it starts on the next step. All right. Now I've got to set it to the right buttonhole, and then I set it to my stitch number 30. Yes, I like big buttons and I cannot lie. All right. So when I do this, I know it's a little odd, but I like to do it on the opposite side. So on the side with this opening on the back, because when you put that buttonhole down, this back side is what's going to show. And then I usually will fold it over, increase it a little bit before I start sewing it, just so it kind of gives me a mark of where that centerpiece is. And I usually will just kind of set that up. I kind of look at where it's sitting because I can see right here where it's sitting. Just kind of so I get it lined up. And I press that down. And usually I like to unhook the pedal control of this. So to unhook it, the pedal control, I just unhook that. And then it works with the push button. And it's pretty simple. And so I just press the button. Now I do keep a handle on this just to help kind of guide it because I don't want it going all crazy on me. Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess I could show you the manual way of doing buttons, the buttonholes. I know how to do that too. Just a manual, like, yeah. I can do just a manual buttonhole without this easy thing on it. I can show you how I do it. Okay, Marty, I'll show you. But I'm going to finish these buttonholes first this way, and then I'll show you on a different one. Because these ones are for my sister. And just in case I mess up, I don't want it to be a total, like, debacle. Okay? But so this side looks all nice, and then this back side, it's a little bit rough. But then you're not really going to see that because you're just going to see this side. Okay. So I got that one done. I'm going to do this one too. So just keep hanging out and I'll show you in a minute how I do the manual buttonholes. Because I do have a machine that doesn't have the actual buttonhole connection. And so I've done manual buttonholes before, usually with that other machine. But I know how to do it with this machine too. It's not too difficult, honest. I'll speed this up a little bit. I just like the convenience of these buttons, this buttonholer. All right. Got one more to do and then I'll show you all. You love the sound of sewing. Me too. That's probably why I sew. All right. I'll get this one done. Uh-oh. I ran out of bobbin thread. Did you see that? Well, geez. Wasn't that lovely? All right. See, it's kind of a mess over there. I don't have my curtain up right now, but it's not as much of a mess as it used to be. I actually cleaned some stuff up, but this is just kind of a mess because I have my project sitting there so that it's all together. And then I've got my bookcase over there that has some of my books on there. I can't say all of my books because by far that's not all of my books. I probably have a whole nother big shelf like that worth sitting around that isn't on a shelf at all. That's just the way it is. I'm trying to push the pedal to Oh, you like seeing all the bowls that you made? That's awesome. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, I forgot to push it over. Silly me. But yeah, so I'm just winding the bobbin because I should have realized it was gonna be. Why, thank you, butterfly. Like, I have to clean everything off of this desk when I need to, like, cut something out with a pattern. Hi, Nez. So good to see you. Like, when I have to, like, cut out patterns or trace a pattern or, you know, cut fabric from a pattern, I do lost my train of thought. I do have to clean off the table. So I usually set it like on the floor or behind me or over there, like over there somewhere. I'm just gonna like trying to see if I can unpick any of this really quick, just so that it's not as thick of a piece to go over. Like last night, GS, I shared your channel on my community page again. Just because I can. Because GS is an amazing sewer. He can knock things out. Like, he made this awesome, like, it's like a floor length jacket, hooded jacket, cape type thing. It's really cool. And he added a zipper on it, which was smart. I told him not to be afraid of zippers, but there's nothing scary about a zipper. Alright, I got that unpicked enough just so that it's not like totally weird. And I need to rethread this too. As an AI sewing machine. Oh, did you, GS? I thought you were going to go back to that store. GS and get that big box of zippers. That's what you said last night. But instead you went to Walmart and picked up zippers. Oh my. Alright. I got that rethreaded. Couple more minutes, Marty, and I'll show you the way of doing. I haven't done a manual buttonhole in a long time, but I can show you. I didn't go anywhere. I took my kids to school. I came home and did chores this morning before I left, because I made myself actually get up this morning instead of laying there till 7. Because I usually start waking my kids up at 7. But I actually got up at 6:30, like I was supposed to. Okay, so while I'm doing that buttonhole, Marty, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some fray check on this. I like to do the fray check before I cut my buttonholes open. So this is going to give time for that to sit and dry while I show you the buttonhole. Okay. And I know I'm not just doing it for Marty, I'm doing it for others too. Okay. Got that one done. Oh yeah, a decent price for it. Oh, 5 feet? Oh my goodness, GS. Alright, see you later, butterfly. Alright. I'll just do it with this, okay? And you'll be able to see the stitching on this because it will be so that this will be able to see the stitching. Okay, so we're going to move up the... Yeah, I moved it back anyway. Silly me. gotta be able to see what I'm doing here. I'll move you down here. Alright. So, taking that off, I'm putting my regular foot back on. And I'm going to put it at like my number 4. It's a zigzag stitch. So first off, I'm going to do the tack stitch. So I'm going to put my feed dogs down. That will make sure it doesn't move until I'm ready for it to move, okay? So I should probably measure out how big I want the button to be, okay? I don't want to use that. I kind of want to use like white buttons. I thought about a black one, but I think a white one would be better. I just have to get my, well, I might have a button in here I can use. Maybe this button on this. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. All right. So I got this out because I kind of want to show, like, kind of need to know where I'm going to mark for the buttonhole. Okay. So we want to mark right here. Kind of want, give yourself a guideline. Okay. Just so you can kind of follow a line here. It looks like a capital I with 2 little lines at the end and a line down the center. Thank you, Veronica. I think I got it in a bag of stuff that I got from the thrift store. I only had so much of it. I either got it from the thrift store or I got it from somebody that I bought some fabric off of a while ago. But I had enough to make 3 of these. The other one's not completely done yet. I have it cut out, but it's not completely done. So, and then I need to put my stitch width, I'm putting that up to 5. Okay. Okay. Got that. So I've just tacked it down, is all I've done. And then I'm going to put my feed dogs back up. Okay. And I'm going to turn this around so I'm facing the right way. Since I'm going to be, so this part I want to do a straight stitch, okay? So I am just moving that down to the straight stitch. I'm going to slow this down. And get you kind of close here so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Turn it a little bit so it makes a better view. Okay, that's better. All right. Just press my button here. I probably should have made my stitch length a little bit less, but it's okay. Okay. Put that back down. Now I need to put it back up to number 4. Okay. Kind of move that over a little bit. So I have this middle line in my stitching here. And the way it works is when you're doing a zigzag, it goes back and forth over that middle line. So I line it up with that stitching I did down the center. And then I'm going to reduce my stitch width down to 2. So it'll be right by each other. I haven't ever done it on this machine. I've always done it on a different machine. And then my stitch length, I want to probably put that at a 0.8 on my machine. Just because I want those zigzags to be really close together. Let me just double check. Nope. A 2 is too, for the zigzag, the 2 is too thin. So I put back up to 2.5. Okay. So then I'm just going to go ahead and put that down, and my stitch length probably could have been a little bit tighter. Hi, Sydney. How are you? So good to see you. Now, Sydney is another friend that I met over on GS's channel. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm also going to do, I need to do my line of stitching going up. Okay. And then while I'm at this end, I'm just going to do my bar tack going across. And I did that at a 5. Okay. And then moving that back down to the 2.5 and back down to 0.8. And I'm switching it back around. And then I'm just going to sew up this other side, and it's going to be right over the top of that other stitching here. Okay. I'm going to make sure that my feed dogs are back up. And so it's just putting that zigzag right over that straight stitch that I did. And basically the straight stitch is just to help reinforce the buttonhole as you're going. Okay. Hopefully I explained that well enough. It doesn't look quite as nice as a buttonhole would look normally if you did it, not manually like that. But if I can do it on a machine, I'd much rather do it on a machine than try to hand stitch. Okay. So it's not like 100% per se. Like that side's a little messed up, but it's okay. But that's kind of how you do a buttonhole. Too much work for you, Angie? This isn't too much work. Yeah, it works. It's secure. And Angie, too much work is hand stitching. Doing a buttonhole with the machine, that's nothing. Okay? And there's lots of different, that's just one of the ways. But yeah. So this one, I'm just going to use it for, I don't know which one. I gotta decide. This one's thinner. I don't know if I want to use it for trying to think what towel I was going to put it on. But I have a whole stack of towels. And I know I didn't use them all. Here. Let me see if that'll fit on this one. No, see, that one's way too wide for that. But I have a whole stack of towels somewhere. And I know it wasn't that towel. It was like some Christmas towels. It's because I threw stuff on the floor the other day and then I picked it up and put it back. There it is. It was in the right vicinity. It was just buried. It's right here. Okay. Come hither. No. Go deal with it yourself.
Come here.
No. I'm busy.
I was wanting to show you I completed the dishes.
Good.
The only thing I will not touch is the cast iron pot.
Well, please don't.
The cast iron skillet I about bricked up once before, so I'm not going to try.
Yeah, thank you for not messing it up.
Oh, you're recording.
Okay. So this is a towel that I'm going to use for that. What I need to do is cut it in half, because that's what I do with these towels, is I cut them in half so I get 2 hanging towels out of 1 hand towel.
Wait, you were telling me you could make my spooky scary towel into a hand towel?
To a hanging towel? Yep, sure can.
Okay. Everything is fine.
Cool. You did that kind of fast. Not all the bowls and all the cups.
Yes.
And all the plates.
Yep.
Even the ones in Ethan's room.
No.
And the ones by the computers.
I'm not allowed to finish one.
I'm telling him, if he wants his dishes washed, you better either let you go in there and get them, or needs to take them upstairs. Brianna does not want to show Karma on social media, and this is YouTube social media, so I'm sorry. But Marty, I will send you a picture on your direct message. She just doesn't want,
Safety reasons.
She doesn't want her picture getting out. Oh, yes. Yes, I will, Marty. Okay. So this, that's just kind of, that tag is kind of in the way. I'm going to cut that tag off. Yes, I'm using a totally different pair of scissors, because technically it's like almost like paper. Don't like screwing up with fabric scissors. Alright. Like my daughter wants some money for a book that she's reading online. And she wants to get book 2. Right?
Well, technically, it's the books aren't in order, so I can get whatever one I want. And I want the next one that seems
She wants
interesting.
the next series of the book. And so
One of the next books.
She asked for a way to earn some money. Okay, I think that will work out nicely. It actually lines up where it needs to. So we came to the conclusion if she did the dishes, she could earn $5. So she'd get her book. I just kind of take this and tuck it in.
Okay, I'm gonna go get other dishes from.
Okay, make sure you get all the ones from around the computers too.
That's where I'm going.
And I think Elizabeth has one in her room.
Okay.
Yep, I'm the grandma. Brianna is the mama. I respect her wishes. Granted, I take lots of pictures. Just no sharing with everyone in the world. No Facebook, no YouTube, no Instagram. But sharing with my big sister Marty, Brianna will be okay with. Just as long as Marty's not sharing it with social media, we're good. Okay. So, I like to pin this. That kind of keeps it in place while I'm sewing along it. And the good thing is I've already ironed this and straightened out the seams and everything. So it doesn't require any more ironing. Okay. Move this back forward. See, I do a lot of scooching my machine back and forth. Now I'm going to plug this back in. And I like to use my big spools. All right. Good night, Angie. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right. Now, what stitch should I do now? I have a whole collection of stitches. You want to see what stitches I have? So I have one as a straight stitch. I have 2 as another straight stitch, and then 3 is a triple straight, which is like a stretch stitch. Number 3 is a stretch stitch. 4 is a zigzag. 5 is a stitched zigzag. 6 is like a zigzag straight stitch. I had some hot cocoa today, Nez. It was delicious. 7 is like an overlock stitch. 8 is like a slanted stitch. I think that's also kind of like an overlock type stitch. And then there's 9 and 10, 11. That just kind of looks like a comb. And this is also kind of looks like a wide tooth comb. And we got the scallop stitch. Like we've got all these different stitches. But those are what I choose from when I'm on the machine doing these things. So now time to move it back. And I like to use these big like serger cones as my cones that I use for stitching with, because that's just the way I roll. So I think for this one, because I like doing different stitches, I think I'm going to do number 57. That's like a zigzag with little cross hatches in it, just because I can. And I've got to use these stitches for something or another, right? Oh. I don't know. I like disengage the feed dogs. Silly me. Okay. Wasn't totally sure if it was going or not, but I guess it was. If I like to get my finger, oh, it's because I got it going super slow. Come on. I just kind of got stuck there for a minute. So was that buttonholer a good demonstration, Marty? I know it wasn't the neatest. It probably could have been better. But that way I wasn't having to like backstitch so much. Oh, you're so welcome, Marty. Now, I know not everyone has a fancy type machine like this. Some are like less fancy, that are more manual machines that you're having to twist the knobs and stuff. So I have a video that I did years and years ago that I showed how I did a buttonhole with the other machine. Now the other machine that I did that video with, another brother machine, but I called it, it just had a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. Oh yeah, that is a very cute stitch. I like it too. I'll show you a close-up once I get finished going around these edges. So I got this machine from a thrift store. Well, this machine I got from the thrift store too, but the other machine, I call it my kids' learning machine. But that's if they want to learn. They don't generally like really want to do anything too much. Sometimes they do, but then other times they don't. It's just kind of a hit and miss. But so I have a machine that I got from the thrift store, and it had a case with it, you know, and I was pretty shocked when I saw it, because with the machine and the case was $5. Yeah, tell me about the unbelievable deal. Now the mechanism on the inside, like a little housing piece, that the bobbin case would go into was a little bit bent out of shape. But it wasn't anything that using a pair of pliers to straighten it out couldn't do. I think I just used my hands to straighten it out and it went back together just fine. So I purchased the machine. I do too, GS. So I purchased the machine mostly because even if it didn't fully work, but I did test it out before I got it to make sure it was functioning. But I wanted it for the case that it came in. But for a machine that was low priced, that was a... So I got it and I called it my kids' learning machine. So if they wanted to learn how to sew, that I had a machine that was easy enough to, you know, if they did something to it, was easy enough to troubleshoot and fix. So I got the machine and it works, and I have my other buttonhole video that I did years ago with that machine. So it shows like doing it with the knobs and stuff. What?
What machine are you talking about?
The other brother machine that we got from Desert Industries for $5.
Oh yeah, that was a good steal.
Yeah, I had my daughter with me when I got it.
We also got my sewing machine that day too.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. That mine was for 15.
Well, I thought we got that at a later time.
No, we got both machines the same day.
Oh.
I swear we did.
I don't know.
Although my sewing machine's not in the house.
I know. We are almost done with this, and then I'll show you the final stitch. But I really like how this one's turning out. I may end up using this stitch option a lot more. The zigzag crosshatch stitch. It's number 57.
Okay, ours is slightly different, I think.
No, they're exact same stitches. Yours is different, just a different model.
And a different color.
So I got a machine a little while ago for my daughter from the thrift store. The only thing that doesn't work on it is the bobbin winder.
Both of my machines have a busted bobbin winder.
Oh, you purchased that one for $25, GS? Oh my goodness.
Which one?
That's awesome. His baby lock that he has.
Oh.
I think I purchased for like $30.
And then my brother for 15. Not brother. Mine's an Omega 3.
I was worried for a minute. I was thinking that my YouTube was being weird. But it still shows okay on my computer.
It's just lagging on
It's
your
just
phone.
lagging on my phone. So this is the stitch here. I really like that zigzag stitch with that crosshatch.
That does look nice.
So now I will show you how I attach my
stitch eventually when I get my machine back up. I just need something to work on.
So now I'm going to attach buttons. Since I have my buttons right here. Well, one of the buttons I'm using. But the button for this one I have sitting right here. And when you're doing the buttons, you want to make sure you drop the feed dogs Now, not all machines have a feed dog dropper. Yours has one of these.
My old machine doesn't. I'm starting
Yes,
to like
it does.
My Omega-3?
Yes, it does.
You're getting a phone call.
Well, 1 minute, guys. I'm going to put you on mute.
Mute's down there. Over.
I don't know. Just don't worry about it. Okay, I am back.
Your mom will be here in 5 minutes.
So, that was just my sister. And she was...
unmute it, or you got it?
No, I got it.
Okay.
She was just letting me know that...
Your life's paused on your phone.
It's okay. I just need it for the chat, just in case. So I put it on the 40 stitch, which is a zigzag stitch, but it's like also has a Q on it, which can mean for quilting.
That's what Q stands for on mine too.
Yeah, but
What's step stand for?
I don't know.
We have the same exact machine, and yet you don't know what that one stands for.
We don't have the same exact machine. It just has the same stitches. Okay.
We're pretty close to having the same machine. We're just one model off.
I need my knife.
You need a knife?
Well, I usually have my green X-Acto knife, but I don't think it's in there. In a minute. You'll be fine for 2 more minutes.
Having out your other exact knife set. As you're dropping everything?
Yeah. Because that one didn't work for what I was going to use it for. Okay.
I'm going to go upstairs and check on the door.
Good thing Angie went to bed. Because she was going to block her eyes because I'm using a sharp tool. Well, see, I just like to slice that right open. It's great. All right. And then I like to double check and make sure that the button will fit through there. And it fits okay. It was a little tight fit, but it fits okay. Oh, you're going to hide your face too, Marty? Oh my goodness. It's not that scary, Marty. Don't worry, I'm a trained professional. Not. All right. So when I do this, I just usually like to line it up right along the bottom part. So like where that ridge is. I don't like to do the button down below that. So how I'm going to do it is basically it's just like the button part just sits right against that ridge there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set this in my machine here. And I have to put my foot down there. I just made you tang.
No, you didn't. There's no tang up there.
Well, it must have been before.
Yeah.
But when I went in the kitchen before I came down.
There's no tang up there.
Okay, well, I will make it in a little bit.
I put my cup up there like an hour ago.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I like to double check and make sure that when the needle's going with the buttons, that the needle's not going to hit the button. I'm going to do a couple stitches. Like a lot of stitches. Just to reinforce that in there. See, kids, this is one of the reasons why I don't stream very often. It's because I have kids. And then I like to put a little bit of that fray check on the button. It just kind of keeps it where it needs to be. It's almost like a glue, but it's not a glue. Okay. Well, isn't that adorable? And that's all done. Isn't that so cute? Thank you, GS. So I actually got an extra one completed. But see, you can't really even tell that, that the buttonhole's a little messed up. Because it's just done. And it goes perfect with this glove towel. Thanks, Joy. So now, want to see me use a sharp tool some more? I have all of these other towels here. Okay? All of them that I've made. I have a whole bunch. Here, okay? And what I need to do is cut those buttonholes into each one. Alright. Trying to get this so you can see it right. I want to make sure I stay in frame. Isn't that awesome? Alright. Got that one done. See, I've had these towels that I'm working on for my sister for, I don't know, at least a month. She said there was no hurry on them. But I was doing other stuff too, Hi, thank you, Marty. See, my 13-year-old, he could make his own tang. That's what came down here asking if I would make him. I thought I already had, but it must have been the one from when he got home from school. And I tell him that he can make his own, that he knows how. But he says no, And it's really not that difficult. He's done it by himself before. It's a little frustrating sometimes. Always having to make Tang for him. Not that I don't know. I'm not really complaining. It's just he can do it himself. He just doesn't want to. Thank you, Marty. Now, I know that video I did was super dark. And basically, it's because I did it upstairs in my bedroom. Just kind of like last minute thing, because I had everything sitting there. And I decided I just wanted to do the video while I was up there. But the problem was I totally had my bedroom light dimmed all the way down. So it didn't put off enough light is what my problem was. If I had turned the dimmer switch up, it would have not been as dark. So I'll probably have to show that stuff again in a future video. But I did put a picture of the Pamerals that I did the fabric applique. I did put that on my community tab to share it. All right. So those are all cut. And put see, this is a cool little tool set I have here. It's got the X-Acto knife blades. And then on this other side is a hobby toolkit. So it has like super small little precision heads. It has like star bits and has a little teeny tiny straight edge, but it's not very thin. I guess they're as thin as you're gonna get. But then it has little tiny Phillips heads, and it has little star heads, and the hex heads, and then triangle heads, and a bunch of different ones. And then it even has like little teeny tiny sockets. But yeah, I like this tool set. I think I got it from Tractor Supply. Just because. All right, guys. Well, I guess it's time for me to say goodnight. It is 10 o'clock almost. Pick you back up. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for stopping by and joining me in this little impromptu video. I planned maybe 30 minutes. Well, it's going on like an hour and 25 minutes. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful night. Stay creative. And until next time. Bye now. Thank you, Veronica, for stopping by. Thanks, Carol. Thank you, GS. Thanks, Marty. Thank you, Angie. And Carol. And Joy. And everyone else. Bye.